Very good morning. Today we'll continue with the next concept. And before moving to next concept, okay, just I wanted to show one more interesting point with respect to constructor. Just I'll share the screen. See this. In the last class, we have written this class AAA, and inside that one that is default constructor and parameterized constructor, which will be assigned with the instance variables, and that's what we have discussed. And we created two objects, one for the default and another one for parameterized constructor. And you know that like default constructor we are not writing for every program, is it not? Just I'll comment, and I'll comment default constructor, and I'm not using this. Okay, so many particular variations. I'll make it B1. Okay, see this. All particular constructor will comment both parameterized and default. I'll comment. See this, whenever you are doing that, okay, you are not at all written any constructor, and you can write this. Okay, even though you are not writing default explicitly, default constructor, you can still write this. Okay, but that is not what the case with our parameterized constructor. When you are specifying parameters, you have to write this particular constructor. Okay, this one you have to write, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, because once again your naming conflict, that's why it is now it is not showing any error. That means when parameterized constructor you are writing, you have to write that particular parameterized constructor. Okay, and default is optional. But see, when you have written, see this one I'll comment. If that is the case, still it is not showing any error. I have written default also. It is not telling that you have not invoked or something like that. Is it clear? Now, if see, normally default it is not necessary, no. So I'll comment default. I am commenting. See this, now it is showing an error, and what actually it is telling? It is telling constructor is undefined. Why it is? Because see, if I comment this, okay, if I comment this, and if this particular default constructor, if I am commenting, then it will not show. But when I am using parameterized constructor, and then if I am explicitly calling this default constructor, it is showing an error. So please remember, overall summary is this: when you are using parameterized constructor, this default constructor you have to write. Okay, if you are invoking default particular constructor object, okay? Otherwise it will give an error. It will not consider default. Once again, I am repeating, parameterized constructor when you are writing and you are invoking default constructor means automatically it will not come. You have to write default constructor also. See this? You have to write this also when you are writing parameterized constructor. By default it will consider, but when you are explicitly writing parameterized constructor, default constructor will not be invoked. You have to write that explicitly. I think it's clear. Now I am moving to next important concept, that is garbage collection. Garbage collection is very important phase of our Java programming. In the last class itself, I told today is a very important thing what we are learning, that is garbage collection. What is this garbage collection? See, just I'll tell you one story. Let us consider normally. This happens to all of you. See, we are the let us consider students who are residing in the class. I think you didn't get that experience much. Anyway, you'll hope for the best. In at least in 1 or 2 semesters, you'll get that chance to sit in the class. Okay, like you'll imagine students are sitting in the class. Okay, let us consider. See, normally, whenever the class is going on and sir is writing something on the board, okay, and let us consider he is writing something on the board, okay, and see, normally as a student, what you used to do, oh, what class is boring, you'll talk here and there, and you are not understanding anything, okay, then you are asking your friend, oh, whether you are getting. No, I am also not getting. And this is what normally happens. And then what you will do, you will write one particular cheat or something you are writing, and you will pass the cheats or something like that you will do normally. Is it not? Okay. This is what the normal scenario. Your sir is writing on the board, and normally students who are not at all listening, and it's very boring. Then otherwise also you will communicate something to your friend, and you will write some chats. Is it not? And if you observe after this particular class, that means you written so many chats, and after sir went away or the class is over, then you will start uh, to go home, and you'll take all your books and everything, okay, and you have to catch the bus, and you have to get the seat. Is it not all these things, or you have to stand on the where footpath, so that you will run uh, to that bus stop. Is it not? Here, see, so many chits are there which you have written, and when you written this, you never worried. Oh, what about these chits? Is it not? See, classroom is full of papers and chits, and all the students who went away, who written these chits actually, they never thought, okay, I have to clean this bench, and I'll take all these particular chits to my packet, and I'll go and I'll put that in dustbin. I hope you never worried. Nobody will never worry. Even I am. When I was a student, I used to write so many chits, and I never took that in my packet when I am going out of the class. This is what happens, is it not? And but see this, and you never worried, and you went to catch the bus and all, and you even never worried next day you have to come to that classroom itself. Is it not? Once again, you are sitting on that itself. And when you come to that classroom in next day, and once again, if you observe, that means if you observe, see, your bench is clean, no chits, nothing. Is it not? No chit, nothing. Once again, it is fresh. Okay? And you can start once again sitting on the bench happily, and you will write. You'll ready for writing the next chits because some new friend is sitting beside you. Okay, once again, the same story. Now, the thing is, you know to put the chat, and you never worried about who will clean this, who will clean, because your job is not that, is it not? Your job is only to write something and pass among your friends, and you put there itself and you win. Is it not? Never worried who will clean. And that's what I told. You'll never put that into your packet when you are going. Oh, I'll put it. These all are my cheats, and I'll take it before I am going. Like that, you never thought. Why you never thought? That is what my question. Okay, come on. Not your job is not to put the attendance. You tell the answer for my question. Why you never worried? Even though you put the cheat, I hope you got this experience in first I think first 2 or 3 semesters. My question is, why you never worried when you go out of the room? Come on, we type some reason. Uh, Frankly, then whether you ever worried? That's what my question. First question. We come on first. If you answer that itself, your attendance. Why you never worried when you go out of the classroom? Oh, I put the chit. I have to take that. Tell me some answer, or you just put some answer. You type the answer. Why you never worried when you go out of the room? I have to take all these kits what just I passed among my friends, and now that is dust, is it not? Why you not put that into the dustbin and you went? Any answer you can give. It's not technical question what I am asking. Just why you not did that? That's what my question. Mm, Class keeper will clean the room. Okay, that's fine. Uh, Very good answer. Vinay Kumar is telling class keeper will clean the room. Uh, Only that is the reason, or any other reason, or you never thought of? We fail to have realization at that moment. Okay, you never thought. That's fine. Very frank answer I am expected from Sakib. Okay. Um, okay. These are the reasons like class keeper will clean the room, or you never thought about it. Is it not? Now, see, this is what reality. Is it not? We will think that somebody will be there because we are paying so much amount of fees, and why should we worry? Is it not? College should take care of that, and that's what our thought process. Is it not? Why should we worry about that? Because definitely college might have appointed cleaners who will visit the room after the class, and who will clean the room. So next day when you are coming, it is completely new. So Java is having garbage collector. See, as a programmer, your job is only to put the cheats. Okay, your job is to put the cheats. Okay, you put the cheats. That's what new. Okay, using new operator, you are allocating the memory. You are using the memory. You'll never worry that after allocating, I have to deallocate. See, so far in Java, we never thought, we never discussed about deallocation. And as I told so many things about constructor, I never talked about destructor. See, that's what the fun of Java. Java programmer should never worry who will clean that. Okay, their aim is just to allocate the memory, because that's what happens in C, C++. C actually using alloc, malloc, calloc, like that you are allocating and the memory, is it not? And even in C++ also you are allocating the memory using new operator itself. But there you have to, once your work is over, you have to uh, that means you have to delete that particular allocated memory. For that, there are various options are available in C, and like delete, you have to write destructor in C++. Like that, you have to explicitly perform this operation. But Java, once again, is not having what? Destructor. Java programmer should never worry about deallocation. Why? They are with garbage collector. Now, next question to our friends. Okay, like Java is allocating. Okay, as your friend is telling. Okay, we are having a room cleaner, so we'll do that. Now, is it possible to tell, okay, your class will finish at, let us consider at 1:30, your class will finish. And next day at 8:30, you are having a class. After 1:30, you go out. Next day at 8:30, you'll come to the class. Then the classroom is clean. What you are expecting, whether at what time this particular room cleaners will visit to the room? Is it possible to tell normally? At what time room cleaners will visit? Is it possible to guess? Okay. Today my class will finish at 1:30, and tomorrow my class will finish at 12:30, and day after tomorrow I'm having class in afternoon also. Mm, no, at least some, like, you are in the college, and you spend 2 3 semesters there. I hope offline, and at least you might have observed, like, occasionally when this room cleaning happens. Normally, uh, whether okay, I'll give the option also. Whether you are expecting room cleaner will do morning or afternoon once all the students go out. Uh, so after all gets over, let us consider after 5 or after 1:30. Yeah, that's what the answer I expected. See this, after the class. Finally, after the class means one funny thing in our college, is it not? Some class will finish at 11:30 itself. Some will after 12:30. Some department they will take at to 5:30. See when that will be, is it not? So there is one discussion on that. See, we told that we given all the cleaning to our garbage collector. Now, when this garbage collector will visit, is it not? As you are expecting, room cleaner, okay, my class will finish at 1:30. Next day morning, I am having class at 8:30, but room is clean. So the chances are there, cleaner will come afternoon. is it not? And what is your opinion whether they will come every day at afternoon, or every day after the class will finish, or every day at 7:30? That is what next discussion, is it not? Okay, all of you are telling that after the class is over overall, is it not? So what is your opinion? They will keep on watching, oh, when this class will finish so that I will clean. Whether they will wait like that, that is what the question, is it not? In reality, like, is it like that? Okay, when this sir will finish the class so that I'll clean. In reality, it will not happen like that, is it not? The chances are that I'll give for all of you know, like, what is the process. You just tell me what you'll call for this. I'll give one scenario. See, our garbage collector, let us consider, he will visit today at 2:30. Okay, at morning 2:30, uh, sorry, afternoon 2:30, you will finish the work. Okay, and next day morning itself will come at 7:30 to clean the room. Next day, after 5, after 5, he'll visit the room. Next day, he will bunk, will not clean. Next day, at 1:30 itself, he will start. Next day, 5 o'clock. Next day, once again, he'll bunk. He'll go to tea or something like that. See the sequence. Is it possible to guess the sequence? Come on. Uh, is it possible to get the sequence? Today 2:30, tomorrow 5, or day after tomorrow 1:30. After that, I will not clean. Once again, okay. You are feeling, is it random? Is it looks like a random or pseudo random or something like that? Okay. Anyway, very good. Thank you for your answer. But please remember, there is a word for that, that is called sporadically. Sporadically. This sequence, okay, you can't tell random exactly. Okay, it is called sporadically. See, sometimes they may not visit a week for like some dispute occurs, they may not visit. Okay, and some day daily they will come, and after that the morning session, after that afternoon session, and then alternative session. Now, this particular type of it is actually not defined as random, it is defined as sporadically. So please remember, friends, Java is with garbage collection property. Java is having garbage collector. So it is the process which Java programs perform automatic memory management. That is what the strength of Java. Because people will very difficult, like allocating the memory, I have to deallocate. Deallocation is what the problem. If you not deallocate properly, it gives the error, and memory is full, and some mishandling of the pointers, like that. So Java people made that very easy. They just given the power of allocation, and deallocation they removed from the programmer. Please remember, only allocation is your job, not to take that in your packet and go. Who will do that? Garbage collector will do that. When they will visit? They will visit sporadically. That means there is no particular time. No particular time. You can't expect, oh, now garbage collector will come and it will clean all the particular objects what you have created. You can't expect. Programmer will never know when this particular garbage collector will invoke. That is programmed in our JDK. and that's how the garbage collection will be uh, done in this particular context. Okay, so we are also having anyway, once you learned all Java, then you can trace. We are there is a class called GC, garbage collector. Okay, if you wanted to explicitly invoke some removal of any particular task or deallocation, means you can use that. Okay, so that facility is also there, but default garbage collector means this. Now, when you are discussing garbage collector, there is one more method in between we are discussing, that is called finalize. Built-in first method, what we discussed. You already know what is method. Method should have return type and name of that. Is it not? This is what we return. And method means to do some particular task. So first method, what we are discussing apart from main, that is finalize. Finalize, see the word itself, because we are having so many finals in Java. Okay, anyway, I'll trace you when we are discussing that in future. Okay, finalize. Finalize, see the syntax. Return type is void, method name is finalize, open brace close brace, and we with the keyword protected. Anyway, we don't know what all are the keywords available in Java so far. Soon we will discuss. Anyway, for time being, you just remember it's protected. Protected means what? Still is a question mark. You have to fill that once we discuss that. In between, I don't want to discuss. Okay, so let it be. Void finalize is a method. What is the purpose of that? See, normally when you are programming, when garbage collector will invoke, as I told, sporadically, and there is no exact time. And what actually it will garbage collect? Is it not? That also you should know. Is it not? Normally, because see, the sweepers will visit, and what they will clean? The dust and the garbage only they will clean. Is it not? So in the programmer, as a program also, uh, it will deallocate the objects which is no longer referred. Object which is no longer referred. Okay, no longer referred. Such objects it will remove. It will deallocate. Okay, it's no longer this object is referred, or it will make that object null, and it will deallocate. That's how. See, normally what happens when the program is going on, you know that somewhere garbage collector will come and it will deallocate everything. But before deallocation, you wanted to finish some task. Finished some task means which work. See, you have opened the file. Let us consider one file is opened. Okay, this file is open, and after the program, I'll go out. Okay, I wanted to close this, whether it is read or not read, irrespective of that, I just wanted to close that. Such things, I am using external device and I have not closed the connection. Such things, okay, before garbage collection takes place, I wanted to finish that work. Such things are inserted in finalize method. Okay, I'll give some definitions. It is only called prior to garbage collection. Okay, so whatever the task you mentioned inside finalize, that will be finalized. Finalize meaning, you know, is it not? That itself. Before final marks is announced, you have to finalize. Is it not? Finalize the marks. So that's what prior to garbage collection. It is not called when an object goes out of scope. It is not like that. That's what I told. It is not called when an object goes out of scope or finalized. No. Before garbage collector, we don't know when garbage collector itself invoked. Is it not? So you can't expect expect when that will be. We cannot know when it will be executed. Okay, so finalize. Don't skip this particular topic also, because it's very small, uh, just keyword in the bulk sea of information about Java, because Java is various types of final for the keyword, final for the method, final for the class, and finally, like that, finalize. Okay, if somebody asks what is finalize, so what you have to define? Finalize is a method which will be invoked before garbage collection, and where you wanted to do some task before that will be garbage collected, you will write such operations inside this finalize method. So what our garbage collector will do, it will, our compiler will do all the tasks which you are telling to finish. Then after that, garbage collector will work. Okay, so that is what the scenario, and that's what we are discussed. Okay, now after this finalize, okay, one more concept just I'll finish today, that is about stack operation, and that's where the chapter ends. Okay, so that's why we'll discuss stack also. One example program what we are writing today, that's about stack. Stack, why we are studying stack means memory means stack. Okay, stack and heap are two important concepts in the memory. So all the programming languages you are designing stack. See, stack means the operation of stack is like one stack will be there. For that, you are inserting the elements, and it is one side. That means what first input, that will be the next output. Like that, the operation. Anyway, I hope we'll finish at this particular stage, because you have to do the program and all. Anyway, in the next week, I'll start this. Okay. Thank you. We'll finish today's class. Stack operation, anyway, I'll postpone to next class, because I hope in detail we have to discuss stack. I'll finish that in next week. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.